Here in this video, we will be going over all of your AMC stock data that you need to know, as well as your expectations for earnings in this upcoming week from AMC and what my expectations are from AMC earnings in this upcoming week. Hit that like button as well as subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about this information down below in the comment section, and let's get started. So first things first, AMC was up about 0.5% on Friday in regular trading, down about 0.5% in after hours. It was a neutral overall day, which is pretty dang good considering a lot of other stocks were deep in the red on Friday. It shows maybe a little bit more investor enthusiasm in AMC than other stocks right now. And if you look at, AMC just here on the charts on Friday, you did see quite an aggressive intraday rally. And yeah, that was a little different than what you've seen in other stocks. So that was notable to me on Friday. Now, the actual expectations for AMC earnings is this. Analysts on Wall Street project that AMC Entertainment will announce quarterly loss of 65 cents per share in the forthcoming report, representing an increase of 53.6% year over year. Revenues are expected to reach $1.1 billion, increasing 10.5% from the same quarter last year. Now, it's important to note that with AMC, the stock is already discounting this. The stock is already trading based on, we're not expecting good fundamental numbers for a while here. That's already something the stock is trading based off of. So when we get those bad numbers, it's not going to be a big shocker to anyone out there. And, AMC's value already reflects that. Now, what will be important is the guidance that we get from Adam Aron, how the loss is expected to be. That will definitely be important. But the biggest thing is what Adam Aron has to say on the earnings call. Adam Aron has hyped up this earnings call to a degree in which we have not seen in a very long time. Adam Aron says he has much to say. And saying that just implies we're going to get some kind of new information. At least that's what a lot of investors have taken away from Adam Aron's comments. I will tell you right now, the only thing that will cause AMC stock to rally on earnings, the only thing, is a commitment to not diluting shareholders. If we get a commitment to not diluting shareholders, AMC stock will do very well. Say hi, Amazon. Say hi, Amazon. AMC stock will do very well. If not, what'll happen? The stock will do very poorly. The stock will fall after earnings. That is a fact. Okay. The stock will fall after earnings. That's a given fact. At least in my personal opinion. Obviously, that's not a fact. That's not a guarantee. But that would be my expectations. The numbers, even the guidance to the most part, are not going to be able to move AMC enough. Because what do people think about every single time? They're like, hey, AMC is going to have to raise capital. They're going to have to dilute shareholders. And that's not a good situation to be in, right? That's a very easy short if you are a short in AMC. If we get a commitment to not diluting shareholders, then the markets start to say, hey, if we're going to be down on our short positions for an extended period of time, well, we probably don't want to be in this short position in AMC. So if Adam Aron, for an example, says, hey, we're not going to dilute shareholders for the next 6 months, say, what? No dilution for 6 months? Say, what? That's crazy. Well, short sellers are going to say, we're probably going to be down on our short position for 6 months. Look at NVIDIA. Oh my gosh, have you seen NVIDIA lately? That stock has been crazy. Yeah, he even knows what NVIDIA is at this point. That's how crazy it's gotten. Yeah, he's dancing. He knows NVIDIA. He's hyped up on that one. You don't want to sit in your short position and be down for an extended period of time when other stocks are doing very well and there's much better opportunities out there. And I think it's the opportunity cost that would likely cause AMC to rise after a announcement like that. So that would be my expectation. And I would think AMC would rally 20 plus 30, 40, 50%. on that news. You could see a 50% rally on that news because there is very little, if not any, fluff baked into AMC's valuation. Some people could actually make the argument, what? AMC's valuation's cheap? Say what? That's crazy, right? You could actually say AMC's trading at a relatively cheap, just fundamental price based on where the stock is at right now. If AMC, of course, could pay off their debt. Now, I also want to put this into perspective. If AMC is able to give us a commitment to not diluting shareholders for, let's say, 6 months, AMC stock went higher, and you did see AMC able to raise capital, let's say like $20 per share, and AMC could raise billions of dollars in capital, start to pay off that debt that comes due, especially in 2026, $3 billion of debt that comes due in 2026, then Wall Street will start to look at AMC a little bit differently, right? If even equity issuance can pay off the debt, then AMC stock will likely stay, as Jerome Powell would say, higher for longer. And this could actually start a MOASS-like event. Do not be surprised if a MOASS-like event could happen based on a commitment to not diluting shareholders. And that's precisely why I did go out and make a trade on Thursday on AMC Earnings. I think we're up like 10%, but I think if things go like I think, that trade, that options trade could go a long way. So, I mean, who knows? Just take my word for what it is. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial planner. I think the simplest way to read AMC earnings coming this next week, or the possibility of a potential MOASS-like event, which to me is a multi-100% rise in AMC stock. I say MOASS-like event, not the end-all, be-all MOASS, but a MOASS-like event would be hundreds of percents for AMC stock to rally at this point. And I think that's possible. Even consider last earnings, AMC was $11.50 per share. Just get back to there would be a multi-100% move. But let's be honest, if we don't get a commitment to not diluting shareholders, if Adam Aaron in fact may say the opposite, we need to dilute shareholders some more, then AMC stock's going to continue to fall. Anything besides a commitment not to dilute shareholders, AMC's probably going to fall. Like if Adam Aaron has a lot to say and he just gets on the earnings call and he's like, the stock's dropped 65% since last earnings. The box office is terrible. Hopefully it gets better. Short sellers could be to blame. There could be some shorting activity. I don't know. Maybe Emerson's to blame. If he just throws blame out there and says it's this or that or BS that, the stock's gonna fall. The stock's gonna fall like 20% the next day. Okay. And AMC earnings are on Wednesday. So definitely want to go ahead and keep that in mind. Now let's briefly go over the data here for AMC and then let you guys get off on your way. Let's start with StockTwit, see what people are talking about over this weekend. If they are bullish, bearish, if they're not talking about AMC, let's see what the numbers actually look like over here. Give this a bit of a second to refresh. Let's see. So you have actually sentiment looking better today. Sentiment is at 47. Yesterday it was at 42. So that's pretty good. Message volume slightly lower today. That's as to be expected over the weekends, especially on a Saturday. People don't like to spend their time, looking at what the markets are saying or what's going on in markets. Message volume is 49. Yesterday it was 53. The participation ratio is at 54, which is categorized as normal, which is a lot better than what we have seen recently, with the participation ratio extremely low, if not in low territory. So that looks pretty dang good as of right now. Now let's go over the short interest positioning over here. Let's see. Ortex has been having a lot of problems lately with updating their data. It's just been very, very slow. You do have a jump in cost to borrow fees. Cost to borrow fees now at about 3%, showing a little bit more activity and potentially shorting AMC. Short interest continues to grow ever so slightly, basically every single day and every single week. You now have 12.42% short interest of free float, $137.48 million worth of short positions. Days to cover, 1.88. 31.1 million shares that are currently sold short. Shares out on loan, 33.92 million. Cost to borrow, 1.03%. Utilization of 51.91%. And a short score of 64.68 out of 100. So nothing too crazy over there, but starting to get to higher levels of, shorting activity, more conducive of a short squeeze. Now on Friday, from hedge funds and institutions, you had 3 orders totaling $40,000 with a positive order value of 74%. I'll take 74% positive order value any day, literally any day. Now, last week you had a lot of options expire out the money calls at about 76,000 that expired on Friday. 7,600 calls in the money that expired. In the money puts at 12,000, out the money puts at about 20,000. Now, this upcoming week, you got about 4,000 calls that are currently in the money, 39,000 calls that are out the money. In the money puts at 6,400, out the money puts at about 10,000. I am expecting these numbers for this upcoming week are likely to grow, and probably grow quite a bit heading into this upcoming earnings report. You're probably going to get a lot of IV in those options, and that's another reason why I specifically like the trade that I made on AMC stock. So let me know your expectations. I think if things go as I hope they will, if we do get a commitment not to dilute shareholders, I think AMC stock could easily go $10 plus over the next couple of weeks. Probably in the not so distant future, let's be honest. If we don't, AMC stock's going back to the lows at about $3.50 per share. Simple as that, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you think about this information down below in the comment section. Hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.